Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce ourselves. This is material today about translation shift. Before we open the lesson, let's start our lesson with basmalah together. Al-Fatihah. Dan Robbi zidni ilma warzuqni fahma.
Amin.
Then let us pay. The first presenter is Abu Bakar. The second presentator is Muhammad Ulul Albab. Okay, let's move to next slide. As usual, we going to preview first because we explain about our material today, our presentation today. The unit 3, it looked at the unit of translation that explained by Sister Kia. Whether word, press or higher level, the present unit will not discuss model or taxonomies that have been proposed for examining the small changes or shifts that occur between units in ST until TT pair. Ya, kemarin kita membahas tentang unit of translation. Di situ dijelaskan bahwasanya di situ ada juga model taksonomi. Setelah kita belajar bagaimana juga combine, examine the small change or shift. But hari ini kita akan membahas tentang translation shift. Translation shift on some international trains in Europe. There is or used to be a multilingual warning notice display next to the windows. Example: Ni si penser au de horse nichts hinauslesen. E pericoloso si porgesi. Do not lean out of the window. The language used by Germany, but also may combine with English language. Now about explanation, the example. The warning is clear even if the form is different in each language. The English, the only one to actually mention the window, is a negative imperative, while the French and German use a negative infinitive construction, not to lean outside, and the Italian, in the statement, it is dangerous to lean out. Of course, this kind of difference are typical of translation in general. It is not all of the most common for exact structure of the words to be repeated across language, and even when the grammatical structure is the same as in the French and German examples above. Tadi juga ada beberapa kalimat bahasa Jerman dan juga Prancis dan juga combine dengan bahasa Inggris. Tujuannya banyak tadi ya. Kita sudah melihat perbedaannya. Typical of translation in general. All the most common exact structure dan juga repeated across language. Okay, next slide. Now we are going to definition translation shift. John Catford was the first scholar to use term in his linguistic theory of translation. Nah, John Catford ini merupakan seorang penemu pertama teori linguistik tentang translation. His definition of shift is departures from formal correspondence in the process of going from the SL to the TL. Ya, dia menjelaskan bahwasanya koresponden non formal itu merupakan gabungan dari SL ke TL. Ini merupakan referensi dari Catford. Also explained by the small linguistic changes that occur between ST and TT are known as translation. Nah, itu merupakan definisi dari translation shift. Oke, next slide. Because we are going draw on the form between formal correspondent and textual equivalent will be crucial and related to social distinction between language and parole. Language has two facets. The first is one to do with the linguistic system, a fairly stable language, and the second, the other with all that which a speaker might say or understand while using language, a variable parole. For your information, Noam Chomsky was probably right in categorically excluding activities such as translation from the purview of his own research into syntactic structure and so-called linguistic oriented. The translation theory has not interacted well with translation practice simply because it has systematically sought neatness of categories at the expense of being true to what people say or to do with language. Nah, di sini juga menjelaskan Noam Chomsky ya. Dia menjelaskan bahwasanya banyak sekali penggunaan sistematis kategori dari translation dan juga bagaimana cara menggunakan parole. Ini merupakan konsep dari language and parole. Then concept book formal correspondence. Formal correspondence is defined by Catford as any TL category, unit, class, structure, element of structure, etc., which can be said to occupy as nearly as possible the same place in the economy of the TL as the given SL category occupies in the CL. According by Catford. Then, formal correspondence therefore involves a comparison and description of the language systems, but not a comparison of specific ST or TT pair textual equivalence. Thus, a noun such a furniture might be said generally to occupy a similar place in the French language system. The noun window does in the English. Okay, next. Concept book textual equivalence. A textual equivalent is defined as any TL text or portion of text which is observed to be the equivalent of given SL text or portion of text. Whereas formal correspondence has to do with the general, non-specific. The relationship between elements into language textual equivalent focuses on the relation that exists between elements in a specific ST or TT pair. Saussure's parole. Example: the English textual equivalent for out the horse is out of the window. The formal correspondent outside this is not used, which is taken from Catford's book. Okay, and then the second presenter, time is yours.
Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Muhammad Ulul Albab. I am a second speaker. Concept. I want to explain about concept box translation shift. A shift is said to occur if in a given TT a translation equivalent other than the formal correspondent occurs for a specific SL element. Identifying shift. Nah, identifying that a shift has taken place lays the question such as what kind of shift, what form of classification we can use the importance of the shift. Nah, ini Vinay and Darban's categorization of translation procedure is very detailed. They name two methods covering seven products. One, direct translation, which cover boring, Telugu, and literal translation. Number two, oblique translation, which is transposition, modulation, equivalence, and adaptation. These procedures are applied on the three levels of language: the lexicon, the grammatical structure, and the message, which is used to refer to the situational address, and some of the higher text elements such as sentences and paragraphs. At the level of message, Vina and Darbelan discuss such strategies as compassion, an important term in translation, which is linked to the notion of loss and gain. Nah, uh, concept box compensation, loss and gain. A translation technique used to compensate for translation loss. The translator offsets an inevitable loss at the point in the text by adding a suitable element at another point, achieving a compensator translation again. Example, contoh nih, an informal text in French using the second personal pronoun to might be rendered in English by informal lexis or use of the first name or nickname. Jadi bisa menggunakan nama awal kamu atau nama julukan kamu. Contoh kayak saya nama asli Muhammad Ul Albab, panggilannya Martin. Nah, next, concept box tertium comparationis, a non-linguistic intermediate form of the meaning of a city entity. The idea is that an invariant meaning exists, independent of both texts, which can be used to guide or assist transfer of meaning between ST and TT. This can be described graphically as follow. ST Chang. Nah, ini muter-muter nih. ST Chang, TT Chang, and comparator. This has long been a thorny issue in translation studies, and no one measure has ever been accepted by all. Thanks very much. Do you have any question, guys? If you any question, please ask to me or my friends up. Bisa bertanya, bisa melalui Japri japri atau langsung ke grup ya kalau pengen bertanya soal. Mau bertanya tentang pribadi juga nggak apa-apa, monggo. Oke, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.